ちは。
どうも。
ずいぶんできましたね。
もうだんだん。
ねえ。
まだまだですが。
石良かったね。
そうだね。
下田工業さん。
そうそうそう。ね。長谷川さんから。
良かったよ、本当に。
そう、運が良かったです。ね。5年ぶりぐらい、石を見てまして、ありがとうございます。
ちょうど良かったね。
もう、新井さんの車、今朝、中島でもう帰ったと思った。
今日帰りますから。
そうですか。
上の間はなんで開いてんの？
この辺？まだ終わってない。
終わってない。
でも、結局、窓がそこに置いておきますので。
そうか。
窓とドアはまだはっきり決まってませんので、結構これは、この状態、全部の面が変わる。
なるほど。
でも、とりあえず、やっぱり雨が入っていけないように、全部、できるだけ全部、
周りをね、
ビニールをかけて。
大したもんだよ。ねえ、結構でっかいね。
思ったより、自分でデザインしたのに、思ったより結構高いですよ。
でかいよね。
Before I go any further on this section, I've got to take care of these two. There's two bolts, threaded rod and nuts sticking out. One on this post and one on the further post. I didn't bury those because this was way early on. So I've now got the tool, the proper tool. I'll get up there and take the nut off and hopefully try to bury them. Okay, I always have to carry multiple sizes because I've used two different sizes of nuts on this job, metric and imperial sizes, and I never remember which is which. 19 is out. This is 19. Oh no, this is 3/4. Yeah, 3/4 imperial out. 19 mil metric out. Ah, there we are. 21 mil. Okay. We've got a model right here to go from, just for your information. That's what this one's going to look like in just a few minutes. Come on, you gotta come out, baby. Come on, please, don't go. Come on, you gotta come out. Try the drill in reverse. Okay, now let's just pull you out with this. Come on, you gotta come out, not go in. Now, to my viewers in the last video who are comparing me to Andrew Camarata, there is no comparison. But if I were him, what I would do is I would put this nut back on there a little bit, weld a big piece of rebar or something to it, and then pound the rebar out, pulling the nut and the bolt out a little bit further. That's what I would do if I were Andrew. I just don't have it in me. If you're wondering about what's on the other end of this bolt, well, it's the exact same configuration. It's a nut and a washer on the threaded rod. but it's buried in the beam under this, under the floor, under this, buried in the beam. So if I want to kind of push it out from the inside, and I gotta disassemble, you know, this corner right here. And that I don't have in me either right now. Sorry, I thought the threaded rod got pushed into the hole while I was drilling out this countersink hole. But it looks like it might have spun through the nut on the inside deeper into the hole. That's why it's not coming out, because the nut is up there tight. I'm hoping. And see, now I've just twisted it out. Hopefully the nut is not moving on the inside, and look at it, it's coming out flush now. This is where it has to be. We need, just to get this new washer on here and a new nut, we'll put a big ass one there. Yes, I think we got it. Wow. Please don't go back in there. Oh man, that was much easier than I thought. Come on, yeah, no, stop turning the bolt. Stop turning the bolt. There we go, it caught. Okay, and it's flush. Oh. Okay. Okay, we made great progress on the west side of the house. Getting those top ones in. I still can't get up there to get nails in. I've just got like tacks, maybe 3 or 4. They're secure, they definitely won't fly away. But they're not fully nailed, so I've got to get up there. The ladder situation is just not ideal. You heard me last week talk about the metal roof. Well, we had talked with one of our suppliers, and yeah, the prices were astronomical. Just, you know, parts alone or inventory alone was over 2 million yen, which is between, you know, 15,000 US and 20,000 Canadian, something like that. So we decided, no way, we can't afford to go with metal roof. And this morning I met with our second retailer, and we talked with the rep from the asphalt shingle company. And he gave me some great information, and he'll have a quote probably out in the next 12 hours, and I'll see it. I have a feeling it's going to be in the $5,000 range. which is pretty expensive still for just the inventory. But anyway, I'm going to wait and we'll see. Another option, though, presented itself on Sunday, a few days ago. I was browsing Yahoo Auctions, and I found some kind of guy selling a whole bunch of roofing inventory. And it came out to about less than $1,000 for enough shingles to cover my roof, all of the same quality and the same color. I don't know, he seems like he might be a shady business person, so I don't know if I'm going to risk it, but I always have good luck with Yahoo Auctions, as you've heard me say many times before, so I may pull the trigger on that too. So I'll keep you informed as to what I'm going to do as soon as I know what I'm going to do. So approaching the work site now is a completely different world. I'm going into the quote-unquote house now through a doorway. As one of my viewers said in the last comment section, the houseness of this project is beginning to take over. I think that's a great expression. Yes, this is starting to feel like a house project now, as opposed to, a mountainside, terraforming, cement pouring project. So yeah, and the echo is probably I'm gonna have to figure out a way to edit some of the echo out of this, because it's gonna be bad, I think, going forward. But now, I mean, I still haven't done the roof. I still haven't finished the outside. So getting this place watertight from the exterior is going to be pretty critical. But from the inside, there's a lot I've got to do. I mean, a lot I've got to do. One of the first things is, now that I've got these walls covering up all of my openings, I can't jump in and out of the house, in and out of the build from any position. I have to come through the front door. So I need stairs in here to get up from at least between these two levels. I need a pair of temporary, construction-esque stairs. To get up to the master bedroom, I need another set there. So this is something, this is going to be a project unto itself, which I'll attack sometime in the near future. And then some interior walls. Up there, we've got to put interior walls in to define the bathing area, the bathroom, washing, toilet area. Here, we've got to put up some interior walls to define the office area and the genkan, the entry door. And of course, we've also got to do all of the window and door openings. That, speaking of expenses, that is going to be a huge expense. But, oh well, very exciting. Well, I thought I could get a few things done today before the rain starts, but it's already starting. It's only 10 o'clock in the morning on a Monday. It's supposed to rain all week, so this may be the last video, last portion for this week's video. What I was going to go after was these, cutting the ends off of these beams. I've got two down there that are in the plane of the plywood sheathing, and those definitely have to go. These can go or stay even while I'm putting the roofing on. They won't interfere with anything. And I may be able to use them for tying on some rope so that I can rappel up and down the wall to get in the final screws or nails. I'm still undecided on that. One thing I've noticed up here on the roof is all of the moisture stains that you saw on the corners of these panels are gone. Completely dried out. Oh, well, what that tells me is that these will dry out, and they must have been really moist when I put them on. Well, I knew they were. It's not something you could really feel They felt like wood when I was putting them on, but there was moisture there. But it's all gone up here. So that means if given enough dry, hot days, and with some circulation on the inside through all of these openings I've still got, the inside's gonna dry out too. I'm still gonna put an antifungal spray on everything inside and out before I cover anything up. But this is promising. This is really promising. Now on the inside, you can still see some staining there. But you know, what we just learned is that will dry. But up on the roof, it's nothing like the staining that you still see down on the walls. Okay? So that's pretty dramatic still down on the walls. And that means that they have to dry out a lot more. And it's not, you know, it's not going to be right away because we're just getting into rainy season. By the way, rainy season officially starts today in Shimoda. So it'll be with us for another 3-4 weeks. Right there, we're gonna hook it, yeah. Hold on a second, we're gonna get this, we gotta get this rope in play here. I see the difficulty in swinging. Yeah. There we go. Okay. This isn't the proper form. Maybe I can do it like this. Try to lasso it. Not enough. There we go. Second try. Okay. There. Okay, now we're up here. This one down here is done. I did it all from the ladder. This one, there's nothing behind it. But I put there in the middle is fine. And over there is fine. Okay, we got to swing over to that guy now. We got it done, baby. Operation rappel down the side of the house is done. Okay, now we go down. Let's see, we gotta take you off. Okay, now we go down. Descending. Descending is a tricky beast. Okay, now that I've got thing nails all put into place, I have to get rid of those two jutting beams in order to do any more plywood up above the current plywood. Well, folks, thus begins rainy season for Shimoda 2025. The next 5 days are supposed to be just like this. I'm going to move my operations over to our townhouse where I'm still in the middle of reforms, trying to make it rentable for the summer season. So I've got a lot to do over there. You know, I'm in the dry right now, so there is a lot of stuff I could continue to do on this house, but getting that other place up and running so that we can at least produce an income in August, if not July and August, is pretty important to our budget. So I'm going to sign off here for, you know, this operation and continue working on over at the other place. Thanks for hanging around, everybody. We'll see you soon.